Welcome back to Freedom in Hours. Andy here again. Really happy to have you back with us for another episode. So today we're going to look at why Bitcoin is not like gold. Now I told you guys that we weren't going to do another episode on Bitcoin, but again I've become very concerned with a lot of my viewers coming to me and saying, Andrew, still want to invest in Bitcoin. I've heard it's a lot better than gold. So in this episode we're going to look at why Bitcoin is not at all like gold. Nothing like it. We'll kind of talk about a bit of background about, I guess, gold, how gold came about. And what you need to do to make sure you're protected. As we said, gold's been around for thousands of years. It's been a store of wealth for mankind throughout that time. Bitcoin's a brand new digital currency that's just come onto the market. So to compare it to gold is extremely misleading. So we'll jump in and have a look at that now. Okay, so we've done quite a number of videos on Bitcoin and spoken about why we believe it's not a good investment. In fact, we've called it a con at times. And a lot of viewers come back to me the last few weeks saying, look, Andrew, we still want to invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and we believe it's great value. And it's kind of come about because Elon Musk has invested $1.5 billion through Tesla in buying Bitcoin, and also MasterCard's looking at using it, and PayPal's looking at using it. So I'll go back shortly as to why I believe that doesn't impact the price of Bitcoin at all. Probably makes it more risky. But first I want to talk about why Bitcoin is not like gold. So Bitcoin's a digital currency that's come about in the last decade or so. It's been created by computer code, and it's essentially using blockchain technology and using a specific application on that to create a currency. Now it's become quite popular because a lot of people are using Bitcoin in relation to being able to trade and use it as a currency. So its wealth comes from, I guess, not based in any fundamental asset. So we spoke earlier in previous videos why Bitcoin's a bad investment, why Bitcoin's not an asset, and we also looked at how much you invest in Bitcoin. And I talked about that I believe Bitcoin has very little value, very little to no value, in fact, and that you shouldn't invest. So again, a lot of viewers come to me and said, Andy, we want to look at buying Bitcoin. We believe Bitcoin is better than gold. I've heard people saying Bitcoin is actually going to overtake gold's market capitalization. Now, this to me is absolutely insane. So let's go back and have a bit more of a look at where gold came from. So let's look at gold. So gold's been a store of mankind's wealth for thousands of years. Would you believe, and it's also a very precious metal. So there's roughly around 21.7 meters cubed of gold in the world. So you can imagine sitting there looking out and seeing a 21.7 meter cube. That's all the gold that we've currently mined, and that was up to 2019. Now, gold itself also has a number of different applications. So you can use it in electronics, you can use it to conduct electricity. People like to use it to wear on their bodies as well and also collect it. It's also been used as a monetary standard in the past. It's currently used by individuals, companies, organizations, and wealthy people as a store of wealth in case things were to happen. So gold itself has been proven over thousands of years, and I think even going back to Egyptian times, gold was being seen as a store of wealth. Okay, so now we're looking at something like Bitcoin. That's a very relatively recent phenomenon. It's got no underlying asset value, no underlying backing. Essentially, it's backed by the people. So what this means is Bitcoin's value is dependent on what the next person is going to pay. If you want to pay more for it, it will go up. Now, Bitcoin potentially could double or triple. I don't know. And it's a greater fool philosophy. If there's a greater fool that wants to purchase something, then it'll go up. So say, for example, I wanted to buy my YouTube channel here of someone else. They want to pay $1 million for it. The YouTube channel is now worth $1 million. Now, would I say my YouTube channel is worth $1 million? Well, yes, possibly it is. But the reality is the real value of it is not $1 million. So, and that comes from any kind of asset. If you want to buy more for something, the price goes up. But that doesn't mean it's worth more. So to compare Bitcoin to gold, in my opinion, is actually quite mad, to be honest. It's quite insane. Gold's a proven asset. It's got proven abilities. It's a precious metal, and it's a store of wealth for thousands of years. Bitcoin is currently in a boom, currently fueled by mania, and it's only going up because of that purpose. So again, cryptocurrency itself is handled by blockchain. If you love the blockchain technology, then buy shares in blockchain technologies. Don't do Bitcoin. Again, I've said this in previous videos and in my podcast. I don't want to harp on about it again. And also, while I'm talking about my videos and podcasts, if you wish to subscribe, join us. Click on the subscribe button, a notification button. But also look at our website, www.freedominhours.com, and also check out our Freedom in Hours podcast, which we're recording right at the moment. So the second thing I wanted to look at today, though, was in regards to large institutions getting onto the Bitcoin bandwagon. And one of my viewers said to me, Andy, now that Elon Musk is on Bitcoin, it can go to trillions of dollars. I've got to be concerned with this. You see, Elon Musk became rich not through buying retail shares or buying what we're all buying out there. He came out through by having inside knowledge of the game and inside knowledge of how things works. He'd be very strategic in what he's doing. And I don't know whether you guys saw, but in the few weeks leading up to Bitcoin, he was spruiking about how good Bitcoin is, about how everyone should buy it, about how it's the next technology. So I believe he's buying Bitcoin because he knows he's going to go up after he buys it. But also, secondly, he wants to also advertise Tesla, the motor vehicle. So that's why he's putting a lot of money into it. And that also goes to MasterCard and PayPal. For them, having another way of people handling payments makes a lot of sense for them. People, if they want to pay by Bitcoin, they can do it via PayPal, via MasterCard. But that doesn't mean Bitcoin's worth anymore. That doesn't mean Bitcoin's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, so far, I haven't seen any person actually give me a reason as to why Bitcoin's worth money. They've stated that, and it's all comments regards to the mania, it's going to go up. You know, you're missing out, Andy. And I've had some quite aggressive actual comments regarding people talking about Bitcoin. But the thing that really got me is comparing it to gold. Now, again, gold, you just can't compare it to gold. I mean, we might as well compare Bitcoin to human life or Bitcoin to astronauts. I mean, we're in make-believe world here. Now, I want to talk a bit now about my message to you, my viewers, and to also other subscribers out there that are looking at buying Bitcoin. My message is this. I know how hard we all work for our money. I know how we're trying to get ahead of life, and I know that sometimes we see opportunities in things that everyone's involved in. You know, we think that because it's gone up, because our friends are involved in it, because everyone's talking about it, it must be a good thing. It doesn't mean it's a good thing. Just because everyone else is on something doesn't mean it's going to continue going up. You know, we've had the dot-com boom in the past. We had the financial crash. We've had years of bubbles and manias where people got in. If you jump into Bitcoin now, yes, you could possibly make some money. But the high chance is you're going to lose money. Now, just think about what you're doing before you go and buy it. Now, again, I don't want to be going about Bitcoin forever in my videos. Again, I had to create this one because so many comments were coming through saying, Bitcoin's going to beat gold. Yeah! And that just, it frightens me. And the higher Bitcoin goes, it frightens me even more. So, guys, just make sure that you really do your research and you think carefully about stuff. Check out my other videos. How much should you invest in Bitcoin? Could Bitcoin go to zero, which is a real possibility? And why Bitcoin's a bad investment. And just make sure, keep yourself financially educated. We've got a lot of other videos that we talk about how to keep yourself financially educated, how to, create wealth and abundance in your life. And in future videos, we'll go through financial plans. We'll go through creating the life that you desire. But again, I create this Bitcoin video just to put the message out there. Be very, very careful. It will go down in future. Protect your money and be careful. And again, as I said, there's no advertising on my videos. It's all created just to help you guys out. So anyway, make sure you put in comments what you think. I'm really keen to have a conversation with you about what you think about Bitcoin and where it's heading. But again, thank you for joining. And if you think Bitcoin's better than gold, you know what? Good luck to you. But I'd personally own some gold. Anyway, it's Andy signing off here from Freedom in Hours. And again, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And thanks for joining us here at Freedom in Hours.